Hi there, and welcome to our video on how to have engaging and effective virtual meetings. We know that each student org is used to doing very different types of events, and some of these don't always translate to the virtual environment, but we'll hopefully outline some tactics and approaches you might be able to embrace this year. Before we get to the actual event or meeting you want to host, let's focus on how to effectively use your social media to do events and/or education. Instagram has almost become a platform for events by itself, so there's a lot of potential. You should be posting often, so make sure you're posting multiple times a week. And if you're posting about events and meetings you're doing, remember to use our hashtags #ShareOurEvent and #ShareOurMeeting. We share these posts every Monday at 3 p.m. If you're doing a fundraiser or philanthropy, use #ShareOurFundraiser and we'll share those as well on Mondays. So post often. If you're unsure of what to post, consider doing highlights of your org's officers, educational tidbits and facts throughout the week, questions and contests to engage with, sharing posts from other larger pages that might be relevant to your audience, and use your Instagram story to facilitate takeovers by people in the club. If you had done an event in the past about resume tips, why can't those same talking points also be a weekly series on how to better your resume? If you do educational workshops on the dangers of vaping, why not make this a series? You can use Instagram to educate and make people aware of issues in very effective ways. So now let's say you've advertised your events. Your Instagram is active, and now you're ready for real meetings. Zoom is the easiest way, and we can grant Zoom Pro to student org leaders, meaning you can exceed the 45-minute limit that a free account gives you. In the description, there's a link to a form you can fill out, and we'll work with our IT department to get you that access, but it does take a few days. A normal Zoom meeting can have up to 300 participants if you have the Pro account. Everyone will be able to be on camera and speak up, so if you have a lot of folks, it can be a little hectic. This is ideal for discussion-based events, where everyone might contribute. You can also use Zoom to create breakout rooms, if you did have things like small groups, or committees, or more. You can split these groups up randomly. It'll give you a prompt to choose that for things like icebreakers or games. Or you can hand pick which people go to which room, for things like reoccurring small groups or committees. As the host, you can then choose when to call people back, and you can hop into these breakout rooms to check in on things. While not everyone will want to be on camera, we'd encourage you to at least try to make as many people as possible feel comfortable doing so. It's much more engaging to see each other and see who you're talking to. However, don't force people to. You never know where they might be, or if they're comfortable sharing their home with potentially a group of strangers. Now, you might want to use Zoom for things like workshops and presentations. If you're focusing on showing videos, there's a handy feature when you share your screen that you can select which allows you to optimize for video viewing, meaning the rest of the screen becomes low resolution and makes text hard to decipher, but your video will show more smoothly and not buffer or stutter. If you're showing a longer clip, like a film, consider looking up watch party options, such as the Netflix watch party, which allows a chat to pop up while you're watching a Netflix movie together. It's not ideal to show a full movie through Zoom, so try to keep the clips shorter. Also consider giving film as a homework or prerequisite so people can watch comfortably, but then you get to discuss as a group. Now there's another way to use Zoom, a version with even more features than Zoom Pro, and that is Zoom Webinar, which allows for potentially thousands of viewers, but you can restrict who shows up on camera and who has the ability to contribute. This might be good for things like panels or performances. You might only see the 3 panelists on screen, but watchers can ask questions via text that they can answer. This means less distraction and more control. You could do a culture show this way. You could do rotating speakers or panels like I already discussed. You don't normally have access to Zoom Webinar, but Hub Scheduling purchased a package that allows them to reserve the time and date and make your club a host, so you can take advantage of the plan without paying the high fees. So head down to the description and we'll link the website for more information about that. If you're doing an event and want to reach a much broader audience, take advantage of our virtual environment. If you're doing a guest speaker and there's not a lot of interest at UCR, could you reach out to student orgs on other campuses? Who's to say a chapter of your club in Florida wouldn't be interested in doing a joint event or attending your culture show? The sky is the limit, so consider opening your events up to a much broader audience, or even collaborating with other campuses that in a normal environment would be near impossible. Also remember this tip when you're thinking of who to invite. Usually you might be restricted to guest speakers that are local, or you might only discuss local graduate schools in your field. But there's a new normal, so if you're a pre-dentistry school, why not have a Q&A with a dental school on the East Coast? Both ASPB and ASUCR are adjusting how they're giving funds to clubs, so you might find yourself with extra money to pay for events, and maybe you can pay guest speakers to do a virtual lecture that would normally be out of your price range. Think big. So let's combine these things. You start by ramping up your social media by posting a few times a week. You even do an interactive Instagram Live to talk about the club, and then your president does an Instagram takeover a few days later. You're promoting a big info session for new members, so you post plenty of flyers and you use the hashtags so we can publicize for you. You use your Zoom Pro account to do the info session, doing random breakout rooms for a fun icebreaker conversation. You decide to follow up this meeting with a big panel of alumni a few weeks later, so you work with Hub Scheduling to schedule a Zoom webinar. Your club has a chapter at Cal State San Bernardino, so you invite them to the panel as well. You even get a co-sponsorship from ASPB, and you can actually pay your panelists for their time. It might be difficult to do virtual events, and it might be a very different strategy than what we're used to, but your events can still be incredibly successful. Hopefully some of these strategies help and give you some ideas on what a successful virtual event might look like. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can email us at ucrlife@ucr.edu, or you can reach out to your designated advisor if you happen to know them already. Good luck.